Thanks for the hearts. Keep them coming. Just hold your hand down. Just keep them coming. All right, 11:30. Let's get this party rolling with a little Pink to kick us off. Don't you ever feel like you're less than perfect? I hope you're all singing right now. I'll tell you why we're singing this song. You are perfect to me. Okay? Why I started off with Pink is because A, who doesn't love a little Pink, and B, I love her message, you are perfect. Don't let anyone tell you differently. And that's going to lead you into my topic today, Facebook and finding your voice. My name is Katie Wood. I'm still holding that. I'm an elite level 5 leader outside of Boston, and I am here to talk to you about finding your voice. Facebook can be a tricky little world. You are perfect, and don't let anyone tell you differently, because Facebook can do that. In my eyes, it's a funny little world. It can kind of mess with your head. I'm sure all of you have been at the point where you're about to do a post and you start second guessing yourself. You know, will people like it? Will they comment? Will they share? What if they don't? And it gives that anxiety. And really, the message that I'm going to deliver today is to just be you. So thank you, Pink, for reminding us all that we all have a gift. We are all perfect in some way. And finding your voice on Facebook is really finding what it is that you can offer social media, and how our business can help people with their skin or their life. So I have some notes I'm going to look at. So sorry for looking down, but I've never done this and I don't want to miss anything. So with that being said, being true to you, so why is social media so powerful? Because really, Facebook is one of the best and most cost-effective ways for us to reach our audience. It's 24/7. People are constantly on, whether they're on the train, on their commute to work, whether they're at lunch break, lying in bed at night. We're all guilty of it. On the toilet, gross, I know it happens. But people are always logging on to Facebook. And it has over 1 billion users. It's huge. It's an incredibly powerful communication tool. And it's so powerful because word of mouth recommendation from a friend is more powerful than an ad. Hence why our business does so well. But with great power comes great responsibility, and that can kind of get overlooked. You have to be really careful because in my eyes, social media can really help your business or hurt it. So I'm going to talk to you about helping our business. So it's important to remember that we want to be social. It's called social media for a reason. You know, the truth is people don't log on to Facebook, you know, to buy skincare products. That's not what they're doing. So and people naturally, we don't want to be bothered with ads. If you go to YouTube and you want to watch a video and they have that 15-second ad, you know immediately we're all like, oh, you gotta wait 15 seconds till that skip ad comes up. And the second does, like, boom, skip it. Because people don't like ads. So our purpose shouldn't be to spam people. What we want to do is just pique curiosity, and that's engage people. And what the ultimate goal is with your posts, and this is what I try to think every single time before I make a post: does it entertain? Does it inspire? Does it educate? If you can do one of those, great. If you can do 2, bonus. 3, it's a knockout. So educate, inspire, entertain. Those should be the 3 things that we try to do when we post. So it's really about your voice. Finding your voice can be a hard thing, and this is something we have to figure out. And writers used to only have to figure this out, but now we're all writers because we're writing on text, on messages, on email, on social media, Twitter, whatever it is. You know, that we're constantly writing, and we need to write like we talk. We have to be very wise with our words and our images because it's the internet, and once it's up there, it's up there. So it's important to write like you talk, because that results in authenticity. And people want to hear from you. That's at the end of the day what they want. So, you know, don't just copy and paste someone's message and then, you know, if you see a post, don't just copy and paste it and say, message me. That's not authentic. It's not going to engage our customers. You can use that because, you know, we all want to work smarter, not harder, but you want to take the idea and then make it your own. Because if you don't use your own words, that sends a red flag because your audience knows you, they know your words. Another thing is take your time with your post. Really think about what you want to say. I don't ever just come up with posts and I'm like, boom. I really do take my time. If you see something you like and you're not in the right time or place to post it, say you're out somewhere, take a screenshot. I have a whole album on my iPhone that says to post, and then I put it in there, and then I go back, and that when the time is right or when I come up with the right words to post it, so I don't ever force anything. For example, a post I had recently, it's a lifestyle post. My husband had taken a picture of me outside on the phone walking the kids. This one. And I knew I could use it for Facebook somehow. I didn't know how. It wasn't the right time. The words weren't coming to me. So I put it in that little album. 1 week went by, and here I am in the kitchen. Today's show's on the background. It says, take your kid to work day. And it was like, boom, that's what I'm going to do. So I said, happy take your kids to work day. And this lifestyle post, this is a way to show, this is how I work this business. I work it around my family. It's a great way to show it. And I needed the right words, and it just happened when it was supposed to happen. So that's an example of just don't be so quick to just post things. Sometimes it has to come to you. So to me, social media, it's one giant cocktail party, minus the drinking, and at a much greater scale, even though I do see tons of those cheers posts, which I do love. At a cocktail party, you're not going to walk up to somebody and say, hey, I'm Kate. Let me show you how I can save you 10% off for free shipping. Are you happy with your skincare? Don't do that. That's uncomfortable. That's awkward. That'll just get you kicked out of the cocktail party. It's the quickest way to get unfollowed. You want to engage with people, have conversations. You want to ask questions. You want to tell stories. You want to relate to people. And most importantly, you want to listen. So know your audience. Get to know them. Spend time getting to know them. Because authenticity is incredibly important. Transparency is important. And being real is important. So we need to remember this. Our company's annual revenue last year was $627 million. Companies who have that kind of revenue, they usually spend between 5 to 10% of that revenue on advertising. So that's anywhere from $30,000 to $60,000 on advertising. I'm sorry, 60 million, on advertising. So when we make an ad, we know our company has zero budget because we are their advertising. So when you make a post, you got to really think about that. They don't have to be $1 million posts, but they got to be good. So keep that in mind that we are their advertisements, and we need to treat our ads to represent a company that does $627 million in annual revenue. So this goes into branding ourselves. And one of my personal favorite brands is Nike. I love their slogan. It's just do it. They've nailed how to brand Nike. It's short, it's sweet, it speaks to all of us when it comes to exercising. I don't want to walk 5 miles. Great, just do it. I don't want to take the stairs. I'd rather take the escalator. Nope, take the stairs, you just do it. This also relates to our business. I don't want to do my 5 reach outs. Just do it. Tell myself all the time. I don't go to the biz op because it's raining. You know it, just do it. You can say it. So, they've branded it and they've really given them a way, to get that message out and it relates to everybody. So decide, the best way to decide what your brand is, ask yourself, what problem am I solving for other people? What solution does this products or this business offer? Because marketing is what we do, but branding is who we are. And when we brand ourselves, ask yourself, what can I bring to social media? And you're really selling yourself because this is a relationship business and people join you, not your business. They are way more interested and intrigued in you than the business. So entrepreneurs, really, we're just problem fixers. So the more problems you solve, the more money you will make. So how can you help others with your business? I think about that a lot when I post. I try not to make it about me. I try to make it about my audience because at the end of the day, that's all people care about is themselves. So since we're the CEO of our own business, we need to act like it. I am constantly thinking about my next post. Not because I love Facebook. To be honest, if I didn't have Rodan and Fields in my life, I probably would rarely be on Facebook. But Facebook is a huge tool and a big part of my business. And as a CEO and an owner of your own business, you're always on. There is no 9 to 5 check in, check out. You're constantly thinking. So if I see something, like a billboard, if I'm driving and that caught my eye, I try to take that and then make it my own later on. Or I try to take that idea, what caught my eye? And then I use, something similar and hopefully catches someone else's eye. So keep your posts light, keep them amusing, keep them purposeful, no grammatical errors, reread them again, read it out loud, be funny only if you're funny. Don't post while you drink. It's never a good idea. You're going to wake up the next morning being like, what did I post? Too late to erase at that point. Don't do it. Stay positive. If you have something to complain about, go to your husband, go to your wife, go to your dog, go to your fish, go to anybody but Facebook because the world doesn't care. Nobody wants a negative Nancy. You ever wonder how miserable Nancy must have been to coin that term? Totally off the train, but just hit me. Or Debbie Downer. Debbie must have been pretty bad too. Anyhow, you want to be likable. Be real. Be vulnerable. Break the highlight reel. Be relatable. My life with 3 kids, 4 and under, it's insane. It's a blender without the lid. And guess what? I show that. Because when I show that, people are like, oh, so she can do this business and be a complete hot mess. All right, well, maybe I can too. Because you want to show people who you are, and you want to be real, and that makes you relatable, and that makes them trust you, and then want to join you, or buy from you, or whatever it is. So my other thing is, don't be so quick to post. That Forbes article came out, and I think it was awesome. I loved it. But a lot of people are just like, quick share. I wanted to let it sink in, let it take a day when it wasn't a mad rush, and then attach something catchy with it to catch people's eye. Because it's not just enough, there's not Facebook posts that you're going to do that's going to either make or break your business. You can't just put it out there and then expect people to just flock in and read it and be like, that was the most amazing article, I'm ready, let's do this. Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. So you can post it because it's a huge article, but you need to take that and then reach out to people personally and people who are the fence sitters, people you've already introduced the business to, because they're the one that's going to look at that article and reach out to them saying, hey, haven't heard from you, and I keep thinking of you. Here's a great article. If you want to read it, awesome. If you don't, totally ignore it. I hope you're well. Simple. I did that. 3 people responded to me. And just a good example, too, like Jamberry nails. I could care less about Jamberry nails. I've never been approached about it. I actually don't know anything other than that it's for your nails. I probably actually should use Jamberry nails. But if people started posting how Jamberry nails just got ranked the #1 best network marketing company, I could care less. I wouldn't take the time to read the article because I have zero interest in Jamberry nails. So that's important to remember, that people feel that way about Rodan and Fields. Even though it's #1 on our mind, it's number 742 on someone else's mind. So make sure you post and then take it. That's not enough. Take it and then bring it to Messenger. That's a reminder that we cannot rely on social media to make or break our business. We really need to be strategic. Social media is a great platform for piquing curiosity, but then take it offline. Get people on the phone, meet them in person. That's where the real interaction happens. Social media is just to pique the curiosity. It's just a great tool to generate interest. Be strategic. I do a lot of lifestyle posts because the company has really helped me with my lifestyle. So that's what I try to show. And I try to, when I do my posts, I talk about what it's done for me in my life. It's given me hope. It's given me purpose. It's given me time. I make it personal. Make it real. I add that personal touch every single time. If you do before and after, share someone's story. How has it changed this person's life? Don't just put the before and after and say, message me for details. You're not going to get the results you want. People don't want to be sold. They want to buy. That's important to remember. People don't join companies, they join leaders. If you sell and position yourself as valuable, then they will want to do business with you because you are selling you, not your business. And if you can switch your mindset and know that, amazing things can happen. So another thing that's important, your profile picture. It says a lot. It's the first thing people see. Is it professional? You don't have to get professional pictures, but is it professional? Are you chugging a beer? Are you fully clothed? If people can't take you seriously, then they're not going to take your business seriously. It's just the way it works. And your background, your cover photo, how does it describe you? It says a lot. Pictures speak a lot of words. So it's important at the end of the day to educate and give tips. You don't want to say things like, you need to buy these products. They're amazing. They'll change your life. You should join the business. The compensation plan's unbelievable. Don't get into that. Join me right now. That's not going to work. It's not going to work. You want to be normal. You want to be authentic. To be completely honest, and this is my personal opinion, I don't even like message me or join me. In my mind, that's immediate sale. That's, if somebody wants to know about the products and intrigue them, they're going to message you. I've never once put message me or join me, but people have reached out asking questions. That's kind of like an unwritten rule. But that's not everybody. That's just me. This is my Periscope. I'm going to give you my opinion. And that's how I am in general. If I want to go buy something and I'm walking in and know I'm going to buy it, and the second I feel like I'm being sold to, I shut down. I'm like, nope, I don't want it. I don't want it anymore. I'm good. I'll leave. I won't even buy it. I get that stubborn, and I'll send my husband in to go buy it because it just becomes a game. Nobody wants to be sold. So remember that. So another thing, you want to provide value, and by doing that, I love to get creative. I want to offer value and solve problems, but do it in a creative words. People will be attracted if you can provide value instead of spamming them. So I also always evaluate myself. If a customer reaches out asking me about products, I'll ask them, what is it that intrigued you? That's what great companies do all the time. Who referred you? Well, how did you find out about us? If someone joins my team, I'll say, what is it intrigued you? I have a new girl on my team, Melissa Duty. Shout out. She's going to be amazing. She told me when she joined she followed me for 18 months. She followed my journey. And I asked her, at what point did you turn? And it's really good to know that because now I know what my audience is thinking. And I remember the point, and she told me the point that she turned. So that's good to evaluate yourself. And that way, you can either adjust or keep, if that piqued her interest, do another post similar to that a couple months later. So an example of piquing curiosity, here's an example of a post about an AmpMD roller. So you could post that. I don't think it's going to attract many people, but it's a post. But this is kind of an example of what I've done to just generate a lot of interest. Or I do this. My little beast Hadley. This girl's the best. So I posted this, and I said, the caption was short and sweet, on the bathroom counter doing karaoke, giving me wrinkles, singing into the AmpMD rollers, that magical tool that gets rid of wrinkles. Go figure. So this picture allowed Rodan people to be like, AmpMD is the best. Yeah, great support. Love it. Got it. Okay, you need your RF peeps. But it also intrigued the non-RF peeps because have these nuts, and they're like, what is she doing? What is she singing into? And so that's intriguing. So that's drawing in both audiences until they find out she's singing into needles and DSS shows up at my door. But anyhow, another one that I want to talk about is no complaining. When you complain, people don't see you as professional. They want to follow strength, not weaknesses. You don't want to whine, and you want to remember that facts tell, stories sell, and keep your stories positive always. Use pictures. They capture people's attention. My best posts are the ones when I'm the most real and the most vulnerable. And I always ask myself before I post, would I like this? Am I being salesy? Am I being pitchy? Am I entertaining? Am I educating? Am I inspiring? I ask myself those questions before I post. You want to be consistent because people love consistency, but have that balance, 80%, 20% rule, 20% Rodan and Fields. People will join this business and just expect 400 likes and comments. It doesn't work like that. You have to be bad before good, and you need to be good before exceptional. And that takes time, that takes practice, that takes mistake, that takes failure, that takes learning, because mistake is a teacher. So remember that. And when you start, you won't be good. It's just the nature of the game. Nobody is. And when I first started, I think my post had maybe 10 likes at the most, which included my sister, my husband, and the few Rodan friends I had that I probably asked to come like my post. So over time, with consistency and building relationships, people get to know you, like you, comment, share, and that's how you establish yourself. And that's when people will want to buy from you or join you. Reach out on people's birthday. Reach out to them via Messenger, not on their page. It's just another way to start a conversation. Be normal. Hey, happy birthday, Sarah. How are you? I'd love to catch up one of these days. I hope you're well. That's it. That's all. I don't have to add a link. We were on the Today Show. Don't do that. Make it a habit to have 3 to 5 conversations a day. Just a conversation. Because in conversations, naturally, it will come up. Hey, Katie, I just saw you were in Napa alone without the kids. Why? Funny you ask. Let me tell you. So just, normal, keep it real. That's what it is at the end of the day. Thank people for their support. If people like or comment on your post, thank them. Just another way to start a conversation. Go to them. Hey, thanks for supporting my business. That means a lot to me. That's it. Don't send a link. Don't ask if they want to hear more. Keep it real. So the last thing I want to talk about is just try to be different. That's kind of what I try to do. This is my own personal tip. When people make videos, I think videos are great. I do think they, allows people to get to know you, and I see the value in them. But for me, there was, I wanted to just do something a little different, just because that's me. So I wanted to make a different type of video, and I did that, and it helped, and it was successful, but because it was me. And here's another example of how to set yourself kind of apart. When I was in college, I used to work the summers, and I used to work in like the cubicle. And thank God I had that experience, because that's why I never wanted to work in one. And the highlight of my day was at 9 o'clock every morning on the radio was an opportunity to win David Copperfield tickets. I had no money, and I wanted them to take Steve, my now husband, but my boyfriend at the time. I wanted to impress him and take him to a magic show. Sounds impressive, right? So every morning they would say, just fax a piece of paper with your name in the middle. I'd put Katie Keefe, my maiden name, I'd fax it. I did this for 2 months, and at 9:03, they would make their announcement who won, and I never won. And I did it every day, and I'd be like, come on, I was waiting for my name. The second to last day on my job, I look over, I see Denise in the cubicle just applying on the red lipstick. There's a Denise with red lipstick in every cubicle. I'm like, Denise, need your lipstick. She brought it over. I put it on. I started kissing the picture, the white page with my name. I put a heart around it. I had kiss marks everywhere. Faxed it in. 9:03, bam, Katie Keefe, you won the tickets. You just got to be different sometimes. You got to step outside the box. You got to just separate yourself. So there you have it. That's my example. That's my Periscope. I want to end it with, wrap it up. You need to establish a strong brand, know your audience, be relevant, be credible, be real, be innovative, be authentic, be fun, and most importantly, be you. And remember, you are perfect. Perfect to me and perfect to Pig. Thank you.